There is one fact that we must always remember. It is that we are guests in this world. We started our journey in the spirit realm. Then we continued it in our mother's womb. And now in this world. We have passed or will pass through infancy, childhood, youth, maturity and elderly. After that, we will go to the realm of sepulchre, judgment day and from then on, to heaven or hell. We hope we all go to heaven. In this journey, the life of the world constitutes a very short period of time. The average person's age is around 70 to 80 years. Allah will ask us after it happens, as it is written in the 112th verse of the chapter of Al-Mu'minun, for how many years did you stay on earth? We will answer as it is written in verse 113. We stayed for a day or part of a day. Ask of those who keep account. This is a verse that tells us how short the life of this world actually is. Mankind is in a state of constant testing. What we do in this world will determine whether we go to heaven or hell in the next world. We may have our mistakes and sins in this world, but Allah is Ghafur and Rahim. He has mercy. This is repeated many times in the Quran. As it is written in the 7th verse of the chapter of Al-Kahf, we have indeed made whatever is on earth as an adornment for it, in order to test which of them is best in deeds. However, these beauties are only a shadow of the beauties in paradise and we should not be deceived. This world is a world of test and fitna. In classical Arabic language the word fitna came to be applied to the smelting on fire of gold and silver. It was extended to mean causing one to enter into fire and into a state of punishment or affliction. Thus, one says that something caused one to enter al-fitna, for instance trial, affliction, etc., or more generally, an affliction whereby some good or evil quality is put to the test. In fact, this process is necessary for separating the valuable substances in the soul of person from the worthless ones. As it is written in the 35th verse of Surah Anbiya, every soul will definitely taste death, we test you with evil and good, and to us is the return of all of you. The most difficult of these tests is the test of people with people and believers with believers. Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him saw this fact. In verse 165 of Surah Al-An'am, it is written that, He is the one who has placed you as successors on earth and elevated some of you in rank over others, so He may test you with what He has given you. Surely your Lord is swift in punishment, but He is certainly all-forgiving, most merciful. In this verse, Allah tells us that He will test believers with one another. Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, prayed days and nights after these verses descended to earth. He prayed Allah not to destroy the believers collectively with calamities. This prayer has been accepted. Besides, he prayed not to test the believers with the believers, but this prayer was not accepted and it is fixed in the verse. This is the only prayer that was not accepted in his entire prophetic life. After the Prophet Muhammad passed away peace be upon him, the struggle among the companions is the result of the test mentioned in this verse. One day Prophet Muhammad was sitting with his wives and he said to them, "One day, when a fitna breaks out, one of you will be at the head of this fitna." He said that many people will be killed around her and Aleppo's dogs will also bark at her. After years the Battle of Jamal took place in 656. This battle is the first battle of the Muslims within themselves. On one side of the war there was Aisha, wife of Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him. On the other side there was his son-in-law and the fourth Islamic Caliph Ali, may Allah be pleased with them. While Aisha and her companion army were heading towards Basra, where the Battle of Jamal would take place, and during the night she heard the barking sounds of dogs coming from afar. She asked the people with her, "There are dog sounds. Where is this place?" The companions said, "Dear mother, here is Aleppo." When she heard this, she remembered Prophet Muhammad's, may peace be upon him, words. A fire broke out in that moment. So am I the one who will be the head of the fitna, she asked to herself. She wanted to turn back immediately, but those around him said that the arrow has left the bow, that after this point, the war was inevitable and that there would be no return. At the end of this war, tens of thousands of companions Prophet Muhammad were martyred. Likewise, the grandsons of the Prophet Muhammad, Hassan and Hussein brothers and many Muslims around them were martyred in Karbala. May Allah be pleased with them. All these conflicts have continued until today and it is an indication of how the believers are in a state of great test with the believers. Such wars and conflicts are a more severe test than the war with a non-Muslim tribe. Because your opponent is also a Muslim, you have the possibility of losing both this world and the hereafter. We should pray to Allah a lot so that He will protect us from such tests and make these tests easier for us.